Oh, shit. That's for real. Let it go.
What happens when loyalty turns into betrayal and legends clash with rising stars? Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated icon who changed the game, is now facing one of his most explosive challenges yet. Not from an opponent in the ring, but from someone he once called family. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the prodigy Mayweather mentored for greatness, has gone from student to rival, and this time it's personal. At the center of the chaos is Calvin Ford, Tank's former coach and the man who helped shape his career, now aligning himself with Floyd under Mayweather Promotions. A heated confrontation between Floyd and Tank quickly escalated into a full-blown brawl, leaving the boxing world in shock. But this isn't just about pride, it's a fight for power, legacy, and control. Strap in because this story is filled with drama, tension, and jaw-dropping twists. It all began with what some see as a business move and others as a betrayal. Calvin Ford, who stood by Gervonta Davis through it all, recently made waves by joining Mayweather Promotions. While Calvin may see it as a smart career decision, for Tank, it felt like a deep betrayal.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like, dang, do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
Because Calvin Ford isn't just any coach, he's the man who helped mold Tank into the knockout machine he is today. From the tough gyms of Baltimore to sold-out arenas, Calvin and Tank were an unstoppable duo. But now, Ford's decision to side with Floyd has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, creating a divide no one saw coming.
You want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Tank has never held back about his rocky relationship with Floyd, often accusing him of being controlling and not respecting his growth. So when Calvin joined Floyd's camp, it felt like the ultimate betrayal, and Tank wasn't about to stay silent.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like, dang, do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
The showdown between Floyd and Tank erupted at a public charity event in Las Vegas. What was meant to be a peaceful gathering quickly turned into a spectacle. Tank confronted Floyd in front of cameras, calling him out for bringing Calvin Ford onto his team. Davis reportedly yelled, "You took the one person who had my back. You can't stand to see me win without you." Floyd, never one to back down, fired back, "I made you, Tank. Don't forget who gave you this platform. You think Calvin's gonna help you beat me? Keep dreaming." As the argument grew heated, the tension in the crowd was palpable. Witnesses said the exchange was intense, with both men shouting over each other. Tank accused Floyd of sabotaging his career out of jealousy, while Floyd claimed Tank was ungrateful for everything he had done for him. No surprise there. Floyd has always been outspoken about Tank's lack of gratitude.
Oh, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever.
It didn't take long for the heated words to turn into a full-blown fight. Things escalated quickly when Tank pushed Floyd, and all hell broke loose. Members from both camps rushed in to break them up, but before long, punches were flying. Video footage from the scene shows Tank throwing punches at one of Floyd's team members, while Floyd was being held back by security. Calvin Ford, who was at the event, tried to calm things down, but found himself becoming a target of Tank's anger. "You're a sellout," Tank yelled at his former coach. The brawl raged on for several chaotic minutes before security finally stepped in. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, but the damage was already done to their reputations and the already strained relationship between Tank and Calvin.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
After the fight, Tank went live on Instagram to set the record straight, speaking directly to his fans. He didn't hold back, saying, "Floyd's always been about control. He can't stand that I'm doing my own thing." Tank also pointed out how the drama had overshadowed his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, saying, "I should be focusing on my next fight, but instead I'm dealing with this mess. They're trying to break me, but I'm built for this." This feud between Floyd and Tank goes beyond personal issues. It's a clash of ideologies. Floyd represents the old school, a meticulous businessman who controls every part of his empire. Tank, on the other hand, is part of a new wave of fighters who value independence and staying true to themselves.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come.
As the dust settles, one question remains. What does this mean for Tank's career? With Calvin Ford now in Floyd's corner, Tank faces a unique challenge. Not only does he have to take on Lamont Roach in his next fight, but he's also battling the perception that he can't succeed without his old team. Let's talk about that fight for a moment. Lamont Roach is no joke. There's a lot on the line here. Gervonta Davis is the king of knockouts. His record speaks for itself, undefeated with an insane number of stoppages, including that brutal body shot that folded Ryan Garcia like a lawn chair. Tank doesn't just knock people out, he makes a statement every time he steps into the ring.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He's doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good.
And that's what makes this fight so intriguing. Tank comes in as the heavy favorite, but let's be honest, this isn't just about winning for him, it's about proving to the world that he's still at the top and that nobody in the division can touch him. But with that comes a lot of pressure. All eyes are on him to deliver. Roach might not have the one-punch knockout power that Tank does, but he's a technician in the ring, a skilled counterpuncher with incredible footwork. Roach knows how to frustrate aggressive fighters like Davis. He's been studying Tank's style, and during the face-off, he made it clear he's not here to be just another highlight reel. For Davis,
punching the ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to bend humility, hunter the butt on the back, ho. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed of minute and reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the quillican as I'm thinking about evil intent of another feed, I'm killing it. Cause even if I gotta end up needing a pelican, even ketamine, I'm
with Calvin Ford no longer in the picture, it'll be fascinating to see how Tank approaches this fight with a new coach. That new coach is Derek James, and this guy knows his stuff. Here's the twist. Derek James has history with Tank. He actually trained Frank Martin, Tank's recent opponent. Now things get wild. Derek James has been studying Tank for a while. He knows how Tank fights, but instead of looking for ways to stop him, he's been brought in to train him for his next big fight.
Y'all gotta watch these guys,
Right,
man.
he's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Gloves champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like, I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad if you're gonna add one.
How old is
He's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
he? Yes, young.
Yeah.
Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So
Okay.
you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
The same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
They
what's
sparred before the same way, yeah, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how I went.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I
Yeah.
like him as an individual, man. I like him. I mean, I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
From Ford to James, it's only a matter of time before we find out if it's an upgrade or a downgrade. For Calvin Ford, the decision to join Mayweather Promotions has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a chance to work with one of the greatest minds in boxing. On the other, it's cost him his relationship with Tank. We've come a long way from Ford standing by Tank and speaking out against Floyd to now aligning himself with Floyd's team.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we said what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's gonna reveal itself. You know, but again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. 'Cause they can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
So why would Calvin Ford, who's always had Tank's back, suddenly make this change? Ford has stayed surprisingly quiet about it, but sources suggest he views this as a rare chance for his own career growth.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Floyd's empire is huge, and joining Mayweather Promotions gives him access to more fighters, greater visibility, and opportunities for bigger matches than he ever thought possible.
So his lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter lives.
But it's not just about advancing his career. Word is Ford might be feeling a certain way about Tank, especially with all the recent drama, legal issues, court appearances, and Tank's personal life making headlines.
For battery, domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your back.
You got handcuffs?
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask her, Rob.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say.
Joining Mayweather Promotions could be Ford's way of moving on to a more stable professional team, something Tank hasn't always been able to offer.
He didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. You know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You worry about your living conditions.
So how's Tank handling all of this? Not well, of course. Sources say he feels completely betrayed, seeing it as Ford choosing Floyd over him. Tank was already upset by rumors that Ford was sharing Floyd's private training tips, and now with this signing, it's just adding fuel to the fire.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then
As the feud between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis intensifies, one thing is clear: the boxing world has never seen drama like this. What began as a professional disagreement has escalated into a full-blown battle, with careers and legacies on the line. But what exactly caused the rift between Tank and Floyd? These two used to be close, so what went wrong? Here's the breakdown. Floyd allegedly hired people to jump Tank during his runs. Yep, the one time Tank was unarmed, Floyd made his move. And it doesn't end there. Floyd even spied on Tank and tipped off Tank's former opponent, Frank Martin, about his location. Having worked with Tank for years, Floyd knew all of his moves, and he shared that intel with Martin. That betrayal hit Tank hard, and let's just say, he didn't take it lightly, and he
the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
But here's the kicker: Tank dropped a major bombshell. Let's break it down. We all know Floyd Mayweather is a boxing legend, but he's also incredibly protective, especially when it comes to his family. His daughter, Yaya Mayweather, has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, from her on-again, off-again relationship with NBA YoungBoy to more drama now brewing, and it's juicy this bucket.
Last night was fun though. Yeah, fun. We were having a simple conversation that happened to be on live, and I said what I said.
Enter Gervonta, Tank Davis, Floyd's star protege, who's been dominating in the ring. But recently, it seems Tank's been making headlines for more than just his punches. Rumor has it he and Yaya Mayweather might have had a secret affair. And who dropped this bombshell? None other than Ryan Garcia.
I already knew about all that. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not even that's not something I'm exposing.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming content. Also, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned and we'll catch you in the next video.